How about Roddy White, Harry Douglas, and Julio Jones and the podcast they've started? Have you seen this?
I have not.
I heard about it. Have they started already?
They had got. It's almost like they're banking. They're just teasing it and putting some stuff on
they've
Instagram.
got something in the can, as we say in the business.
They got it in the can, yeah.
Hey now.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, the hell with you, kid.
So those guys are getting together and doing some stuff as well.
Julio Jones is talking on
Julio
a podcast.
Jones is talking a little bit.
This is going to be interesting.
I know.
He never did anything outside of what was required when he was here. So it'll be interesting to see what he has to say.
I had a daydream yesterday, and I was sitting there thinking about their podcast, right?
Mm-hmm. Like a dream during a nap?
Are you a little jealous that they didn't include you?
No, they could use a white guy, but it's not important.
I mean, you were a wide receiver.
Right. So I was thinking about it.
You played with all of them.
I was awake when I was daydreaming. That's the daydreams when you're awake. You just think about stuff.
Yeah.
And I thought about being on that show with all three of them.
Okay.
And then addressing some of the stuff I've said about Julio in the past.
Well,
which we've all talked about, like tapping out on a third down play after you have a second and long catch, or not being on the field when we felt like you needed, or not being able to score touchdowns at a high rate. Like
I think you nailed it.
We felt you should be able to. And I wonder if they'll address that, or if I'll ever have to come face to face with the guy and ask him about some of that stuff, and he has any regrets about
right,
or why he didn't score touchdowns.
That's the question, the why. What was it with the two greatest Falcons, people would argue, of all time, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, in the prime of their careers? Why couldn't they put up some of the numbers of the other great duos?
And they had a couple of great seasons.
Oh, no, because they didn't throw him the ball.
Down in the red zone?
Yeah.
They didn't even target him, which is insane.
It's hard to catch touchdowns when they don't.
That is very true. Thank you, Matt Lear.
All right, that's one opinion.
That would be ridiculous. And again, the numbers are out there. You can go look at red zone targets. You can go look at receptions in the red zone. Well, I almost did it last night, and I'll do it this week if you guys push me. But plays per game. How many plays was Julio in? If they had 65 offensive plays,
I'd say at least 75.
45?
Oh no, he was in more than that.
Okay, that's my question. I think you're probably
plays.
right.
Yeah,
I would say 75 to 80% of the plays.
It wasn't like he was missing in action. It was after certain plays he would come off the field.
It was when.
Right.
That was when. Now, the issue was, and this was just being down on the side, he did run a lot of deeper routes.
Oh, please, dude, give me a break. Seriously, that's not even close.
If he runs a deep post and he taps out after the play, is that a problem? He runs a 50-yard
What's the
route.
down and distance on the next play is my question.
And that's, again, I'd have to go back and watch.
Can't be 3rd and 7, I promise you that, because he taps out, which he did. Then you started having questions about what the hell's going on.
That used to be the conversation.
All you do is condition as an athlete, and especially a wide receiver. All you run, so that when you do run a post, you can get back to the huddle and run another play. So don't talk to me about running a deep post.
Were you the post guy?
I ran post, I ran goes, I ran it all, dude. I don't know what your problem is. I was the only player in 2002.
You haven't heard?
I was the only player in the NFL in 2002 or 3. God, it might have been 05. Anyway, I was the only player to,
one of them years.
I think it was 02, to play 75% of the offensive snaps and 75% of the special team snaps as well.
Oh, all right. There you go.
So you can be conditioned and you can go run. That's your only job, is to be
So let
ready.
me ask you this. What would be a number with Julio that would have been acceptable? Percentage of plays.
I'd like to say 80.
Okay.
I'd like to say 80.
I'd say it was pretty close to that.
I bet you're right.
It might have even been over that, but
The
it was the
problem
win.
was situation.
Yes. And I know there were some 3rd and 7s. We'd go, where the hell's Julio?
And how does an offensive coordinator overcome something like that?
And ultimately,
when your best
it's just
player
the touchdown numbers.
Yeah.
As great as he is, who's
great?
You would say he's the greatest wide receiver of all time, but Roddy White has more touchdowns than he has.
He's a walk-in Hall of Famer.
Why?
He's a walk-in first ballot Hall of Famer.
When we were having conversations, who was I talking to earlier? Domino. He was saying, hold the phones.
Whatever.
That there were 2 careers. That he played so much longer after he was in his heyday that his numbers might be a little bit skewed.
Okay, Calvin Johnson retired at the apex of his career, and guess what? He was a walk-in Hall of Famer. You could argue in the time that Calvin Johnson was here, Julio Jones and Antonio Brown were the 3 best receivers in the NFL.
Yes.
And each year you could argue who was the best.
Larry
There were
Fitzgerald.
years Julio was number 1. There were years Antonio Brown was. Those 3 guys are walk-in Hall of Famers. Now, Antonio Brown, because of the off-the-field maniacal behavior, maybe they make him wait a year. Those guys are going. There's no doubt in my mind they're going.
Calvin Johnson, he kept
caught
it going.
a lot of touchdowns.
But he kept it going. 1,600 yards, 1,900 yards, 1,400 yards, 1,000, 1,200.
But he only played, what, 9 years?
Yeah, 9.
Yeah.
Julio was the same way. 1,600, 1,800, 1,400, 1,400.
Right. It was exactly the same. They were the same guy. And then Julio leaves the Falcons.
Right.
And then it goes 700 yards, 400 yards, 200 yards, 74 yards.
That doesn't keep him out of the Hall of Fame.
Not even close.
I would agree. He's going to Hall of Fame. Does that delay him, though?
No. I don't think so.
I don't know. He was the most special athlete that the Falcons have seen since Michael Vick left this team.
Is Tack McKinley a text returner?
I don't have his number, unfortunately. Or fortunately.
Well, we wish him well.
Is he the only one you got into it with? Is he the one
Calvin Ridley.
Oh, Calvin. What did Calvin Ridley say about you?
Remember he said he didn't know who I was.
Oh.
When I
You should have told him to ask the Migos.
He goes, no, he tweeted out something about how much he loves football. And I said, do you?
Which you're not wrong.
Right.
Well, does this guy...
He was in a tough place. I'll give him that.